and gentlemen,
here comes the general.
the moment you've been waiting for.
Here comes the general.
Good morning, Generals, and welcome to a wonderful Wednesday. All right, Generals, can you believe that the month of September is winding down? That means you need to make sure that you are focused so that you can be successful as we roll into October. All right, getting started with the announcements. Want to give a special shout out to our Teacher of the Year. Congratulations to Dr. Crystal Tomlin. If you have not heard, she did win our Teacher of the Year for this school year. Congratulations to Dr. Tomlin. She always does a great job over in the healthcare lab and working with our pharmacy program. So if you see her, please give her a special Shiloh salute. We also want to recognize the teacher that you all have chosen for the Joe Paul Award. Congratulations to Miss Kenyatta Jackson. Several students said some great things about Miss Jackson, so she is our Joe Paul recipient for this month. And as you know and have been listening, this is Hispanic Heritage Month, so please continue to look out for the great things that we're going to do to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, and hopefully you're listening to the announcements and hearing great pieces of information. All right, as you know, I always like to make sure we get started with our seniors. So seniors, want to remind you about some great things that are going on. We will be having the Probe Fair. That will be taking place on tomorrow, September 23rd. That will be at 6 p.m. There will be over 40 colleges and universities that will be here. So if you are interested in going to college, please make sure you show up for the Probe Fair. That is tomorrow night here at Shiloh High School. And senior students, you need to make sure that your parents are aware of the senior meeting that will be taking place on September 30th. That will happen at 6 p.m. as well. This is all the information that they're going to need to know to ensure that you are successful and will be walking across that stage in May. I want every single one of my seniors to make sure that they're graduating. So please make sure that your parents are attending this meeting so that they can be involved. And seniors, don't forget, there are so many scholarship opportunities that are available. Please make sure you are checking the website and making sure that you're checking in with Dr. Stevens. She can let you know about all the great scholarship opportunities that will help you get your college paid for. I hope you guys had fun last weekend, seniors, at the senior tailgate. I know I definitely did. A lot of interesting dances that I saw. So maybe you guys could teach me some of those dances. I may be a little bit older, but I still got some groovy moves that I can do if you guys can show me. Also want to make sure and remind you to check out the senior page. That will also let you know all the great things that are happening for seniors. This is your year, and senior dues are already up and available. So please make sure that you go to Scholastic Images pages and get your senior dues paid. For all students, want to remind you, as I said earlier, we're getting close to our 9-week mark. That means as we're rolling into October, the 9 weeks are coming to an end. So we want to make sure that you are focusing on your grades. If you do not know where you are, go ahead and pull out your cell phone, look at Student View, check your grades. If you are not on track, you need to start having some conversations with your teachers. You probably need to be staying after for tutoring. If you are on track, continue to stay on track. That's what we want you to do. We want you to be successful the first time you take your classes. If you're not, guess what? We have the intense credit recovery that is going on. So if you need to take a course, credit recovery is $40 for any student that needs to take it. If you have questions, check with your counselor, but also check in with Mr. Robinson in case you have any other questions. Want to remind you guys that homecoming is coming up. We have homecoming tickets that are on sale now. You better go ahead and get them before they go up. All the homecoming activities will be taking place on next week, and homecoming will be on October 1st. So good luck to all of those that are on the homecoming court. Want to give a special shout out to our art students and teachers. If you guys haven't noticed, all throughout the building, there are the beehives, and this is individual, independent artwork from a lot of our art students. It is called the Beehive, and it is in celebration of National Arts Week. So thank you, art teachers, and especially thank you, art students, for displaying your talent. Also want to shout out our Shiloh student leadership team. They had an amazing meeting last week. Looked like you guys were having fun. I saw there were some dance moves going on there. I think Shiloh, we might be the school that is just the school of dance. So shout out to SSLT. Thank you for all the students that are leading, and thank you to all of our students who are part of GSLT to make sure that that is actually happening and that we continue to have leaders inside of our building. Don't forget, students, there are a ton of clubs and organizations, our CTSOs, that are going on. There is no reason for you not to get involved. If you're not sure, make sure you go to the website, see what's available, and make sure you're checking the scrolling announcements. That way you can see all the clubs and activities that are available. And a special shout out to all the teachers who support those students. There is no stipend that's associated with that. You're doing that out of the goodness of your heart. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As I continue to say thank you, I want to thank all of the students who have been abiding by our dress code. That means that you are coming to school prepared to learn. You know that when you are not in dress code, that is a distraction. When you are in dress code, we know that you are focused and that you want to be successful. So thank you to all of the students that are staying covered up, our young ladies, and to all the men who are making sure that they are not wearing hats and hoodies. Students, we are going to continue to tighten up on tardies. In order for you to be successful in your classes, you need to make sure that you are there early, because to be early is to be on time. To be on time is actually to be late. And to be late, students, that is unacceptable. So please make sure that you're looking for the different routes to get to your classes so that you can get to your classes early. Your teachers are eager to teach you, but they need you in there right at the beginning of class. As you know, we are a PBIS school, so we are always looking for opportunities to shout out students so that you can get those PBIS tickets. So students, continue to stay positive and do positive things here at Shiloh High School. Now I want to move on to sports. As you know, last week we shouted out Nathan Solomon because he was the Gwinnett County Student Athlete of the Week. Well, guess what? He is now being recognized. So we want to make sure that he is recognized. So please make sure you go to Gwinnett Prep Sports and vote for Nathan Solomon to be the Student Athlete of the Week. If you did not know, we had several games that were going on this week. I had the opportunity to visit our volleyball and softball teams. They had some tough games yesterday against Winder Barrow and Beaufort. We are now getting into our region games, and these are the games that count. If you can, please make sure you continue to come out and support our athletes. We have our action continues today with our 9th grade volleyball. They will be going to Eastside, and softball will continue to play, hopefully if the weather holds up. Our JV boys will be traveling to Grayson, while our varsity boys will be taking on Westlake at Westlake High School. If you did not know, that is Mr. Wilson's former school, so we're not going to say a whole lot about that other than go Generals. We want to thank everyone for coming out on last Friday. That game against the South Gwinnett Comets, that was an amazing game. Boys, you all look good. Continue to keep your heads up. And thank you all so much for coming out to support all of our student athletes. To all of our student leaders, again, I just want to say thank you for continuing to lead in a positive way. We notice you. As you know, today is Wednesday, so I must give you some words of wisdom. These words of wisdom that I'm going to give you for today are some words that I have always lived by, and I think many of you have heard it before, so it never hurts to hear it again. The words of wisdom today is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Plain and simple. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. To me, what you put out there is what you will get back. If you want people to treat you well, then you need to make sure that you are treating well. So the words of wisdom for today, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. All right, Generals, that brings us to the close of our announcement. So let's make sure we continue to take pride in being a general. Make sure that you are prepared and respectful, have integrity, and be disciplined and engaged in all that you do. And let's make sure we continue to focus on our mission, which is to relentlessly pursue high-level teaching and learning with a global perspective. And don't you forget, it is always a great day to be a general. I love you. And I love Shiloh. General, salute. Stay relentless.